Looky here, it's the Pat and JT podcast.
Pat and JT podcast.
402-403-9478, always reachable at that phone number. You can text us. You can leave us a voicemail. A lot of people leaving text messages, voicemails about the story we talked about yesterday, the dog.
JJ in the Bronx.
Yeah, JJ in the Bronx.
Yeah, that story from Philadelphia. He is obviously from the Bronx, but they're in Philadelphia, and that's where that little puppy found his way into a brand new life. And pretty cool story.
It's on our Facebook page if you missed it, but yeah, you probably didn't miss it because it is all over the place. But yeah,
it's making its way into the national mainstream media for sure. At first, it was primarily on the East Coast, but we're going to see a lot more of it. So
and that text this morning coming from Lee. Just thanks for you guys made me cry on the way to work this morning.
Oh,
dumb dog story.
Dumb dog story. I know it, right?
All the time.
I tell you, that story there, and there's so much more still happening with that. I'm trying to get caught back up on what else has happened since, but they've got their accounting put up and posted, so you know exactly how much they're making. And I feel bad that he feels like he needs to do that. He shouldn't have to do that. It's nobody's business. But he's posting, so he's posting his expenses as obviously justification for the money. And it's like, you don't have to do that, bud.
Right.
You don't have to do that. Just take care of the puppy and post lots of pictures. Right. So I'm following the pup on Instagram.
Yeah,
now.
so am I. Started yesterday.
Yeah.
Of
Pretty
course.
Cool. Okay.
Got a text from CorsFan99 on Twitter. It says, to a fellow December birthday club member.
Yes.
Wanting to wish you guys both happy birthday since you both have one this month. I really like to catch up on the podcast. I do enjoy them when I get a chance. So thank you very much, Corey. We appreciate that. CoreFan99 on Twitter.
Thank you.
Super nice.
Happy birthday, too.
Right. Let's see. This is from, that one is really super long. So hi, guys. This is Pam. I got back from Cancun. No big deal, she said. Just had lots of episodes and got caught up. Yes, I could have listened in MX, but I was too busy acting out various boat-related comedies, including Boats and Hoes.
What happens in Mexico hopefully stays in Mexico. Whatever. I get it.
And I'm sailing. The other time was spent on an app converting dollars into pesos. Totally get that. That'd be tough.
Totally understand. Yeah.
It says, I did not burn my perineum. That's a good thing.
Good.
But there were a few Italian Italian perineums. Whatever. On the sailboat day excursion in Speedos. Yuck.
You know what? I remember too, and it's been a minute since I was on a cruise, but we went on the two that we went on. And both of them, there were a lot of Europeans that were on both of those cruises. I don't know. We were sailing out of Miami, but we had a number of people that were from other countries. And almost all of them that were from the Mediterranean area didn't like to wear clothes, apparently. Yeah. The men in particular, but the women also, the bikinis were way too tiny. And this has been a while ago, and the Speedos.
Oh, it was the same thing when we were on our honeymoon too. The guys,
and
you can
God bless them.
You can tell who the Americans are. With you
boxers.
Big old like gym shorts that go all the way down to the middle of their thigh. And then the women down there, thong all over the place.
String
men,
bikinis.
Thong, super, super tight, shorts, whatever. Unbelievable.
And they didn't care, dad bod be damned.
Yeah, they don't care.
I mean, some of them were a lot more than dad bod. I mean, dad bod's not bad.
Yeah.
Some of them were a lot more than that.
I'd almost prefer seeing, and since I'm rocking the dad bod.
Okay.
See a dad bod in longer shorts than a not dad bod in not a lot of shorts. Or, and even the ladies with the thong, like it makes you uncomfortable. Like you're sitting there and they're sitting right in front of you and it's like the thong. It's like you're literally...
You can't help but look.
Right.
But
it's not like you're looking like going, oh my God, that's so hot. It's like you can't help but look.
It's like a car wreck.
Like, right.
But you can't help but stare.
Yes.
I got to say, for most of them, it seemed like on the cruise, most of them didn't care who, they didn't care.
And they don't care.
They're doing what they want to do, and it wasn't necessarily for attention, although you always know when somebody does it for attention. But they weren't doing it for attention. They were just like, this is what I'm wearing because I'm comfortable. And so, lump it.
There was a guy that we called Naked Backpack Guy because he wore shorts that were nude, like color, they were the exact color of his skin. So every time you'd see him from a distance, It looked like he was backpacking to the hedonist camp or something because he looked.
He had a backpack on.
Yeah, big.
Just that was the only thing he was wearing. Basically, it was a
backpack guy. Yeah, he had a big, huge. It was like a camping backpack.
What was in it?
Thick. Who knows?
You didn't follow him.
Oh
ever.
no, we just watched him from afar. I didn't want to follow him anywhere. It was too scary.
Get too close, you might realize those aren't shorts.
Right.
He is naked.
It's so gross.
Okay. Anyway.
So let's see. There was another one on here too. This is on this is from December 10th. Hey, listening to your latest podcast with Dan Hoppin, who hosts Restaurant Hoppin podcast. If he hasn't gone to Siam Cuisine in Bellevue, he should try it. It's really good. It's Thai food. My favorite, drunken noodles. And umami is awesome. Definitely try it. Thanks,
That sounds
Tamara.
good.
Yeah. Okay. And that's a great segue into food. We found something on my wife found it on Pinterest. It was my son's idea to make this thing that he saw, but what he saw was completely very unhealthy. It's called Cheez-It Chicken, which sounds like the white trashiest thing ever to make. Like it sounds.
So instead of breadcrumbs, you're using Cheez-Its.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's not. Because when we used to make, we used to like take saltines, put them in a baggie, and then use the rolling pin and crunch them down, and that was
Same
same thing.
Same thing, and it's just adds
flavored
a little cheesy,
crackers.
and then you add a little pano, which I had no idea what pano was until I saw the recipe. So we had to go get some pano and a ton of Cheez-Its and chicken strips and baked them, and it was the one that he saw had like buttermilk and all that kind of stuff on it. This one did not. It was awesome. I brought some here to work today.
You did?
To eat before we have lunch.
Not to what?
Yes.
We have a lunch meeting today. We have a lunch meeting where we're going to have lunch.
But I'm not eating it around lunch. I'm eating it in like 5 minutes, like at 9:45.
It's early right now. For us. I mean, as far as
ripping into chicken is to me sounds better than just grabbing a granola bar, and it was awesome. I ate so much last night. I was sitting on the chair, and this is how I was breathing like this. Yeah. and I moved, and I went like I didn't even realize I was making that many noises. And Beth goes, "What is wrong with you?" And I said, I'm so full. She goes, well, you can, and I had the plate still on my lap. She goes, you can stop eating. You don't have to keep eating. I couldn't.
Now he's waiting for someone to tell him.
Oh my gosh.
Put down the plate.
God, it is so good.
Good stuff.
We would like to thank Kugler Vision for their support of our podcast.
Super excited about this too, because you know what's coming up. It's the year of Kugler Vision.
It's the year they've been waiting for since Dr. Kugler was a baby Kugler. I can't wait for 2020, Mom. He's looking up at her.
I'm going to be an eye doctor.
Yes.
2020 is going to be my year.
It's perfect.
This is going to be the best one. And it could be your year too. Now, Pat and I have both had the procedure done on our eyes and had our vision corrected. My goodness. The one thing I always say, the only regret I had is I didn't do it sooner. And if you have any trepidation, if you're fearful, trust me, a lot of people have already told us about this, that they were fearful. They trusted us to go ahead and make that consultation appointment so you can go in and meet the whole gang. And then you all of a sudden feel that security and you realize that this is a win-win situation. They want you to be comfortable in. And once you understand what's going on and what you can achieve, it just all of a sudden takes the fear away.
That's right. And also, you don't have to just trust us. I mean, 3 years in a row, they've been voted best of Omaha. So a lot of people in the Omaha area and the region trust Kugler Vision.
Not just a lot. We can actually put a number to it to a degree. They have over 600 happy patient reviews. Over 600 of them. And so, the 3 years in a row, and I think they're doing pretty well. So this could be the year. 2020 is just around the corner and you want to see it coming.
That's right.
See what I did there? Okay.
When you make your consultation, you need to let them know that the Pat and JT podcast is where you heard about Kugler Vision, and that's who sent you to go see them.
That's really important. I mean, we want them to know that our supporters are supporting them.
Go to their website. It's kuglervision.com.
I was just looking through here too. Somebody else had, was it Jason, I think that posted today or yesterday? Might have been. He was looking for, oddly, this topic has come up like 3 or 4 times in the last few days. He was looking for the name of that company that ages the coffee in whiskey barrels. We were just talking about them
yesterday.
Out of podcast room with another client talking about, because he was heading down, it's called Patriarch Distillers and Soldier Valley Spirits. And so I sent him that. And he wrote back, I meant Clout Coffee. He was looking for the actual people who had the coffee that they aged in the barrels, and Clout Coffee's here in town. Oddly, Carol Sprunk, who has Clout Coffee, is going to be in, because she does a podcast too called Coffee with Carol, and it's really fun. Anyway, he said he had to scroll through all the old podcasts in order to find it, and that has come up so many times. Patriarch Distillers, because we've talked about, I want to make my Kahlua.
I think you need to.
I'm going to put it out there. I want to do and they apparently will help you with distilling your own spirits.
That's all you need, is to be able to know how to distill your own
For
spirits.
real?
Gosh.
That's the missing key. That's the missing key for me. If I can distill my own spirits, then that's
your key.
That's it. And then I'm ready to market.
But are you
ready to go to town.
Are you gonna put like a vodka spirit or an Everclear spirit in there? Because Everclear's like
Jet
leaded.
fuel.
Yeah. Vodka's more like the
acceptable.
Yeah. Everclear's like the whoa.
I think it's got to be Everclear. I've been pretty faithful to that ingredient for a long time.
Did we tell our clients because that's what we gave them at Parkville, we gave them some Kahlua. Did we tell them it was Everclear, or did we just say, here's some Kahlua, and they're going to go pour in their coffee in the morning and be passed out by 9:15? One, yeah.
Just to take it slow. That's what I'm going to say. But it might be too late. I don't know. Yeah, we gave them all some Kahlua for the holidays. And some homemade, what'd you call them, nut clusters?
Nut clusters, yeah.
You did that.
I'm not a big nut, and Beth isn't either a huge nut cluster fan, but her nut cluster is next level. Her clusters
really?
Yes,
What's
next level.
What's the secret ingredient? Or
it's not just chocolate and peanuts. There's a secret little thing.
Right?
It's butterscotch. Like it's butterscotch chips and chocolate chips mixed. Oh, that was probably why I was breathing heavy last night too, because I have about 15 of those after my chicken.
It's funny how the memories are coming back. He must have been in a coma. It's like
just a food
blackout.
I'm so happy.
Can't remember anything. I totally blacked out from. You're drunk? No, eating.
I'm just a specimen. Mouth breathing on the couch. Oh, okay. It's funny. This is odd. So yesterday, get home, and when we were gone on our honeymoon, Bennett was there and my mom was there at the house. And the last couple of days when we were gone, there one of the cats, Molly or Addie, had been throwing up. Like it had thrown up in every room. No, there wasn't any hairballs. It was like bile, and it just wasn't like tummy aches or something. So we've been kind of really keeping an eye on them since we got home. And there was a hairball yesterday, and there were a couple other little puke spots. But we think that the throwing up is slowing down. But yesterday, I get home and Beth wasn't home yet. I get to the house. And I'm walking around and I'm thinking, we're kind of just looking through the house to make sure there weren't excessive puke places, right? Just to make sure that we didn't have to go to make a vet trip. So I'm walking in front of the fireplace and I notice a hairball, a legit hairball.
Right.
I'm thinking, okay, so that must have been the problem. So then I walk back and I'm on the phone with her, get her on the phone, and I'm in the process of telling her, hey, by the way, I found a puke hairball. And I walk by the table in our kitchen, high top table.
Yeah.
And there, I thought, what? I'm seeing it from like 5 feet away.
No.
And Bennett had been home and left. I'm like, what did this kid eat? Just beef? Just ground beef, because there was like ground beef or something on like the placemat on the table.
Something was on there.
And I'm like, what is that? I get closer and it was cat food. It was one of the cats who we didn't think got up on the table, like the high top table.
See, that's
we got up on the table, and there was cat food puked up, and you could tell it was puked up because there was a little bile on there on the placemat. And I walk by as I'm telling her about the hairball. I go, oh my gosh, hold on, what is that? I go, oh my, you are not gonna believe. I had to take a picture and send it to her because we didn't.
Awesome.
Because we didn't think the cat. They get up on things, but we didn't think they got up on the high table.
That's the thing, is that when you're not home, and again, this circles back to that story we had about the Ring cameras being tapped into. That people have cameras in their homes because they're keeping an eye on their critters that are at home by themselves. You don't think they do, and people. I've heard people, and just shake my head and smile. Oh, my cats never get on the counters. Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's what we thought until yesterday. And now we think, okay, for how years they've probably been doing this, and now one of them messed up, and I'm sure the other one gave them a whole bunch of crap because now you outed us because now they know you had to puke. You couldn't lean over the edge and puke.
Right.
And the fact that they puked on the placemat is the same thing as being on the ground and puking on the rug. You can puke on the wood; it's right 1 inch away, but you had to
on the carpet.
On the carpet,
just
right
to make it
there.
little, but at least the placemat you can throw it in the washer.
Well, it's a beaded one. So
Okay,
not really.
not really.
No.
You can put it. Can you put it in the sink?
I know it's wood.
In the trash?
Yes, maybe. It wasn't very biley, so we'll
Speaking of getting on the table, though, funny. I had just seen OPD Canine Ty and his buddies. He's got the Copper and Caliber. Mm-hmm. And what's the other little Frenchie's name?
I don't remember.
Oh, Frank? Maybe? Because there's 2 Frenchies now and the Dobie. Anyway, follow him on the Deadbeat Brothers on Twitter. And there was a picture of the little guy, I think Frank. He is up on a table because OPD Canine Ty had been at work for a few days and a police officer dog. And so they were taking care of security in the house, but he had to get up on the table to see out the window.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm like, how did he get up on that table? Somebody needs to explain that to me. Little Frenchie up on the
awesome.
standing on the table looking out the window. Well, that was pretty cute. Anywho.
So, yeah, I'm just in full disclosure, I'm going to steal our little security camera here for a couple of days and put it at the house to see and record it. So
okay,
I want actual video evidence of these cats messing around, doing what they do.
See, since I got the video camera, I've had nothing worth watching on my video cameras.
Except the guy cleaning and taking the poop out of your backyard today. You get all excited. Somebody's on my front door. And you get on your camera. Oh, it's the pooper scooper guy.
Super duper pooper scooper. He's, I tell you what, that is a bargain. I'm just saying. Once a week they come and clean up the massive poo that Jack's only home for like half the day, right? He's home 12 hours and
he's got big old turds though.
Not quite 12 hours, but he gets about 1 a day in the yard, maybe 2.
That could be the worst possible thing is stepping in poop in a yard, in a backyard. Like with your shoes, you're walking through and it's the worst. Yeah. So that is a huge bargain.
Huge bargain, and they come once a week and super duper pooper scooper and take care of it. And he always leaves a couple treats on the front porch or hangs them from the door. He's got a little baggie.
Now that you got your camera, you're not going to have any sort of no vandalism, nothing.
No surprises.
No.
Right? So, and that, I think that's the only person so far that's come up to the door. Nobody's messed with my mailbox.
Yeah, well, it didn't happen for decades, and now it happened once. Now you got a camera, and you think it's going to all of a sudden just happen again, like a rash of them?
I'm ready for him. That's all. I'm ready for him. Haven't seen anything yet except Jack running around the backyard.
That's still fun, though. That's still funny.
It is. He got the zoomies the other day, and I got the notifications, and I'm watching him run circles, just tearing around the yard as fast
There's something
as
so
he could.
funny watching your pets when you're at home. Just what they do. It's just hilarious.
Yes.
I don't know why. It's just so funny.
When they don't think you're watching them.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
All
right.
You guys, thanks for listening to our podcast. Tweet to us at It's Pat and JT, Instagram and Facebook as well. You can also, like everybody has, is you can text us at 402-403-9478.
I love that, yeah.
My little mouth breathe some more.
Pat and JT Podcast, a Parkville Media Production.